Hey, what's up, YouTube? It is Melanie back with Melanie Loves Death Metal. Happy Friday. It has been a very long week, so this is just, I'm excited that it's the weekend. So another collection update this week. Still trying to get through my whole entire backlog of stuff that I've been getting in the last 2 weeks. So a lot of good stuff to show off today. 3 tapes, 4 CDs, 2 vinyls. So a lot of good stuff to talk through, so let's get started. First thing is a package that I got through Hell's Headbangers. So I originally went to Caligari's site to buy this, but they were sold out at the time, but I think they are now back in stock again, or I don't know if there was some sort of a like glitch or something that was going on, but I think they have them back in stock now. So anyway, this is an EP that just came out this year, a band that I didn't know anything about, had never heard of them, and then I started seeing them flying around on Instagram, and a couple people have talked about them in their YouTube videos, and so I took a listen, and yeah, this is really, really good. So this is Feculent with their first ever EP. This is the only thing they've dropped so far, called the Grotesque Arena. Death metal band out of Australia. That's about all I know. Really nice black pro printed tape. And like I said, this is on Caligari Records. I think there's definitely some left in stock now. And as far as I know, Hell's Headbangers still had some too when I ordered this a little over a week ago. But this is really, really good. It's definitely worth the good reviews that everybody has been talking about. Yeah, I'm glad I took a listen. I admittedly judged it by the cover because I knew like that logo. I was like, oh, that looks like something I'll probably listen to. Sure enough, it ended up being that. So yeah, this is really good. Like I said, they're from Australia. This is the only thing that I know of that's been released by this band. And it's on Caligari Records. So as far as I know, members of the band are not in any other bands that I'm familiar with. It's a 3-piece, or actually might be a 4-piece. I don't know. Anyway, really good. Check this out. Like I said, they're relatively new, so there's not a whole lot out there on them, but yeah, really good. So the next thing I got, actually, fun story. I didn't realize I ordered this because the pre-order for this dropped such a long time ago, and I think it took a while for the tapes to be distributed or just made at the warehouse. Like there's been a lot of warehouse delays for vinyls and tapes lately, so I pre-ordered this a long time ago, and then I saw on the label site that they got them in stock and they had a few left over, and I literally went to the webpage, put it in my cart, and then said, I'm gonna look at other stuff on here and add more stuff to the cart. Got up, went and did something, came back, completely forgot, and then I got a shipping notification for this tape, and I was like, did I order it? And so I looked, and I ended up ordering it. So I almost bought it twice, which would have been okay. I would have just given the other one away. But anyway, this is Corpse Fucking Art. This is their first full length that was repressed on Stump Grinder Records, Splatter Deluxe. So this is a brutal death metal band out of Italy. They have 4 other full lengths. Admittedly, the first time I ever heard of them was from their latest full length, Splattertopia. So yeah, Stump Grinder got the rights and repressed the very first full length of this, which I thought was very, very cool. And I was really excited. I mean, I was really excited that I actually pre-ordered this because I was excited when I saw he had some left. I was going to order it again. So, really nice red pro printed tape. And then just the J card is your standard lyrics, and there's the artwork. There's the guys. So as far as I know, this band is still together, and they haven't released anything since 2018. Really good, brutal death metal. This is obviously their first one that came out back in 2002, 2003. So it's been out for a while. So yeah, really, really good. Excited that I got this. And I think Stump Grinder still might have a couple in stock. So I'll link where I got this so you can check it out. So last tape is something I got from Indie Merch, which I don't shop a whole lot at Indie Merch just because sometimes, like a lot of the stuff, they have a million bands on there, by the way, just tons of stuff. But for the most part, I don't shop a whole lot on there. I don't know why. There's just so many other distros and stuff like that that end up getting this stuff. So I choose to throw my money at something a little bit smaller. But Transcending Obscurity is the U.S. distributor for, Indie Merch is the U.S. distributor for Transcending Obscurity, which is based out of India. So you can buy their stuff on Bandcamp. The shipping is expensive and it takes forever for the stuff to get here. So chances are Indie Merch has it in stock. Well, unfortunately for me, last year the release came out and I slept on buying the vinyl because, again, it was a little expensive and Indie Merch didn't have it just yet. And I kind of just waited it out and was like, like there's so much other stuff I want to get. I waited out, and then the vinyl ended up being sold out on Bandcamp, and then it became available on Indie Merch, and I still slept on it, and now it's completely sold out on Indie Merch, and this ended up being one of my favorite releases last year, so regretted that ever since. So I've been scouring and doing the Discogs, like want lists and searching places, just several times, a lot, and asking people, because the vinyls are super limited. Like each variant was only limited to like 75. So, and that's how Transcending Obscurity is. Like their stuff is super limited. They don't repress things, all this stuff. So anyway, I went on there, just shot in the dark. It's like, well, if I can't find the vinyl, did they make a CD? Did they make a tape? Sure enough, the tapes were available on there. So I snagged it. Finally got it in, and that is Jupiterian's Protosapien. So this is my first ever Transcending Obscurity tape. I've always wanted to buy one because they look really cool, and I'll show you why. They do the all over print tape. This is actually printed on, it's not a sticker. So that's actually the Protosapien album cover. And then the tape J card looks different from the vinyl and stuff, so I'm not really sure the reasoning around that, but there's that. And then it has like the gold, the foil, it's hard to see, maybe you can see it right there on the J card as well, like similar to what they do to the vinyl. So yeah, Jupiterian is a band out of Brazil. This is their, I think like their third full length. Third full length. I admittedly had never heard of this band until last year, so I've never really dug down into their past discography after that. So this ended up being one of my favorite releases last year. It's a death doom band. Very, 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 very good album. So they have members in Fossilization, which has another EP that came out this year that's fantastic. So yeah, this is really good. I'm happy I have it on tape, at least for the most part, but I still really, really want it on vinyl. So I'm hoping someday it just randomly pops up and I'm able to get it. And it is 8 a.m. in the morning on a Friday, so I am drinking coffee. My Monsters Inc. coffee. So anyway, so those are the tapes that I got. Next up, a bunch of CDs, which I've been getting a lot of, as you can see, stacked back there. So first CD I picked up, and I teetered on back and forth of just getting the vinyl of this, and then it was for sale for like $7 on Amazon, and I was like, you know what, I'll just get the CDs and I'll just collect the rest of the rest of their albums on CD going forward, because they're all available on CD. They're easy to get. They have a huge, extensive catalog of albums, and it just, for me, in terms of money reasons, I think I'll just get all the CDs, even though I love this band. So maybe someday I'll get all their vinyl, but it's quite a commitment to try and get all their vinyl right now. So anyway, this is the new Nile album that came out 2 years ago. What's it called? Vile something? Yeah, Vile Melodic Rights, I think is how you say. Digipack. I'm not a huge fan of Digipacks just because they don't transfer very well in shipping. And similar to vinyl, if they're shrink wrapped and stuff, the corners get bent and stuff like that. It's just, my own preference, but it's a Digipack. Latest Nile album. Now, do they even need any introduction? Do you guys want me to talk about Nile? Nile, US death metal band, absolutely incredible band. Probably one of my favorite brutal, technical, death metal, whatever. They're pretty much classified all along the lines of that. Some of their older albums are some of my favorite albums that I still listen to all the time. Amongst the Catacombs, which is their first full length. I remember when that came out, blew my mind, absolutely love it. I had that on CD, and I know I still have it somewhere, but I recently just pretty much bought their whole catalog. So you're going to start seeing a bunch of Nile CDs in some of these videos the next couple weeks as they slowly start to creep in. But yeah, I mean, this album is great. This is one of those bands for me where some people are going to say like, oh, it's time to hang it up. You guys have been around since the early 90s and it's been like over whatever 20 something years or something. I can't do math. For me, I don't believe that one bit. This band is fantastic and I absolutely love this album. When it came out, I was super pumped about it. I just, you know, Nile's a very consistent band for me. I love all their albums. Like, I do. There's not a sleeper in their catalog for me. I mean, there's probably some that I listen to more than others, obviously. But yeah. So the booklet in here is, you know, the nice artwork, lyrics and pictures of snakes and shit. But yeah. So I finally have this now. I slept on it. Like I said, I was going to get the vinyls and stuff like that. And I don't know why I didn't. But so yeah, Nile. Good stuff. Nuclear Blast. But like I said, I got this on Amazon. So don't kill me. But it was only like, I think it was like $6. $6 or $7. I don't remember. And yeah, and you got that Prime shipping. So it ended up being a steal. All right. So the next CD that I got is a band out of St. Petersburg, Florida, which is about 15 minutes from where I live. Band is incredible. Again, another one of my favorite death metal bands at the moment. And surprisingly, I don't have any of their albums in my collection. So that was, there's so many bands out there and there's so much stuff. And like, I just started collecting like 10 years ago, or 10 or 11 years ago. And so I was being very selective on what I bought when I first started collecting. And I just started like binge buying within the last like year or two, where I would buy 5 vinyls at a time, stuff like that. Like I never used to do that. It'd be like 1 or 2 vinyls here and there. And it just took my sweet time with it. So anyway, this next band, like I said, they're from St. Pete, Florida, classic death metal band. I don't think this needs any introduction. Hate Eternal. This is their latest release, Upon Desolate Sands. Came out in 2018. Eric Rutan. How do you say his last name? Rutan. This is his band. Like I said, classic death metal band. Who is now in Cannibal Corpse. Took over there on the guitar spot. This album is fantastic. The booklet is really nice too. It's a really nice thick booklet with really nice lyrics and pictures. So this album is fantastic. Again, Hate Eternal. Do I need to even talk any further about them? I got this through Season of Mist, which is who put it out. So yeah, consistently buying off of Season of Mist. So really good. Here you go. There's the back. I don't know. Did I show the CD? There's just more artwork. CD. I don't know. Should I show CDs and artwork and stuff like that when I show CDs? I don't know. Anyway, really good. So finally have a Hate Eternal album in my collection for the first time. And now that's another band that I'm going to go out and get the rest of their stuff. All right. So next is, again, Nuclear War Now Order. They are the U.S. distributor for Blood Harvest. So if you're looking for something on Blood Harvest, check out Nuclear War Now. They might have it, with the exception of a couple pre-orders and stuff that just release. Those take a bit to get there. So this band, I feel like, is highly underrated. I don't feel like enough people talk about them. And maybe they did back when their first album came out, which was in 2019. But not a whole lot, because I think at that same time, like Tomb Mold and a couple of other, like Cerebral Rot, couple other death metal bands and Gate Creeper, all that stuff came out at the same time. So there was just a lot. That year, 2019 was an incredible year for death metal. Just, there was a huge resurgence that just happened. And I think that's when I really started to like binge buy the vinyl. $20 min is a big reason for that. So anyway, I've been wanting to get this demo for a while. I haven't been able to find it. that was in the States anyway. And then finally, I just noticed that Nuclear War Now must have just got a shipment of these in from Blood Harvest. So this is Ossuarium's demo, Calcified Trophies. Yeah, Trophies of Violence. So Ossuarium is a very, very good death metal band. They've got some doomy elements to it as well. Their first album, Living Tomb, on 20 Bucks Band is incredible. That was one of my favorite albums that came out that year. I still listen to that frequently. It's just a very simple digipack. So yeah, I mean, this is a demo. There's only 3 or 4 songs on it. It's very, very good. And this admittedly, I had never heard until about like 6 or 7 months ago. I was listening to something on YouTube and it did the autoplay function and this demo popped up because somebody has it uploaded over there. And I was like, what? That sounds like Ossuarium. That's really good. So yeah, ever since then I've been on the hunt for this. Really good. And like I said, I absolutely love this band. If I don't know if they pressed these on vinyl or not. I don't think that they did. I guess I could have looked into that before I recorded this. But anyway, yeah, so Nuclear War Now has these if you're on the hunt for them. As far as I know, they still were in stock. But yeah, like I said, Blood Harvest is the one that put out the CD. So, all right. They are from Portland, by the way. Probably should have said that. They also have another split out with Drekar, I think is how you say their name. So that's like the next thing I'm probably going to try and get. All right. So final CD is, this needs I'm just going to show it. Cryptopsy, None So Vile. I didn't have this. So don't hate me. It has taken me a while to get into Cryptopsy. I know like people just worship the ground this band walks on, and I get it. I understand, 90s death metal band, they're classic iconic band. I get it, especially this album. For me, I don't know what took so long to get into them. I think that brutal tech death metal has been something that has been an acquired taste for me over the years, and not every single band is something I enjoy, and then there's quite a few bands I absolutely enjoy. So I just recently started telling myself I'm going to start listening to Cryptopsy again and see, because I see, like, obviously this is all over the damn place on Instagram, on YouTube. They're just, it's up on a pedestal and people find them incredible, especially this album. So finally did one day, and I finally was like, well, I guess I'll start getting their stuff in my catalog or in my collection. So this finally clicked with me. Yeah, it's a phenomenal album, and same with a couple of the other ones I listened to. Whisper Supremacy, I think, was the other one that I listened to recently. I really liked. This is a Hammerheart Records pressing from 2014. I actually found this on Napalm Records distro site for the US, and it was on sale for $10. And I know recently Desert Wastelands just released a pressing of this, or well, they got it on their distro, and it was going for like $17. So I was gonna buy that one, and I was like, I know I can find this cheaper. Sure enough, I did. So yeah, I mean, don't kill me. It's taken me a while to get into Cryptopsy, but I got there. I just had to really sit down and listen to it. So my brother, who is the reason why I listen to metal, death metal, he has had all of these when I was younger. I remember seeing these like in his like tape rack, in his CD rack. I remember pulling out this specifically and listening to it, and I was like, no, I don't like that. And I think ever since that day, I just have always thought about that and never really tried to give it another go, considering this is like, I listen to crazy music now. So I finally did. So yeah. All right. Enough about that. All right. So the next 2 vinyl I got are 1 7-inch. I know I've talked about how I don't like buying 7 inches, but this is the only way I could get this, and I wanted a physical format of it, and I've been trying to collect all of their stuff. So this is the Pharmacist and Expurgo split that just came out last year. So Meteor Gem had this on their site. I think this is relatively hard to find. Pharmacist, as you guys know, is from Japan. Expurgo is from, I don't know, because I've never heard them until I bought this. So I'm going to just look this up really quick. They're from Brazil. Okay. So admittedly, I bought this split obviously for the Pharmacist side because I've mentioned in a couple other videos, I've been trying to get all their stuff on physical format. So this side, admittedly, I have not listened to yet. I just got this in the mail yesterday, so I was really excited that I got it. And it is a red, really cool little red 7-inch vinyl. Upside down. So yeah, so I'm excited I got this. So now I'm just waiting on their first full length that's coming in from the Ukraine. That's going to take a while to get here. And then I just recently got a couple of their split tapes. So yeah, it's this, it's a 7-inch. Here's the artwork for both bands. Here's the inside. So Expurgo is a grindcore band, is from what I'm seeing. I'm going to listen to this today. So, but I already know this one because I've listened to it digitally, and I love Pharmacist. Just Pharmacist doing Pharmacist. So yeah, excited that I finally have this. And like I said, I found it on Meteor Gem. It was a good price considering I would have had to pay for astronomical shipping and then waited forever to get it. So finally have this now. I know I don't like 7 inches, but again, I'm trying to get all their stuff. So okay, and then the final thing that I have to show off today is I just got this in the mail yesterday as well. And this is the new Gravemiasma. This was just released today. So I loved their first album. Their first album came back out in 2013, so it has been quite a while since this band has released something. And admittedly, I pre-ordered this without hearing a damn song off of it, which is not something I do, which I talked about in my last video. But Dark Descent popped up this pre-order a couple months ago, and there was no songs at all. And I was like, well, I know I like them because I loved their first album. And this vinyl will probably sell out eventually and be a pain in the ass to get unless they repress it. Which is, Dark Descent's pretty good about repressing their stuff. So I pre-ordered it, which again, not something I often do without hearing the music. So yeah, it's really good. I listened to it last night once, and I really enjoy it. It's Gravemiasma. If you're not familiar with them, they're like a blackened death metal band. It's a really nice gatefold. It's a double black vinyl, so I'm not going to show you the vinyl. Yeah, I need to listen to it a couple more times to get a really good sense of if I love it or not. But first go around, I did enjoy it. It comes with this inner sleeve with the lyrics and some nice artwork. So Gravemiasma is a band out of the UK. Like I said, this is their second full length. They have had a couple of EPs, and then there was a demo that was released last year. This is called Abyss of the Wrathful Deities. I probably should have told you that. This cover artwork reminds me of the new Molten album that also came out this year. Molten is another incredible band that people should check out. They're very similar looking. So I knew that I pre-ordered this. And I kind of forgot until I got the shipping notification last week. And I was like, oh, that's right, I did get that. And when I opened up the box yesterday, I only saw like this half without the logo. And I was like, wait, did Molten release a vinyl? Because I thought I ordered the tape. And then I was like, oh no, that's the new Gravemiasma. So they're similar record covers. I don't know if they use the same artist or not. I didn't look into it. Also, Glorious Depravity kind of reminds me of their album cover too. But yeah, again, first listen at this, it's good. It's different. It's not the, cookie cutter blackened death metal sound. They've got their own sound in there. But yeah, I still need to listen to this a little bit more to get a really good feel for it. But so far from what I've heard, it's good. I spun the whole thing last night after I got it, and I did enjoy it. So again, this releases today, so check this out. Gravemiasma is they're a great band. Like I said, they only have one other full length out there, so they not a whole lot of stuff out there, but yeah, check them out. I feel like, did they do? No, they didn't do a split. Never mind. I'm thinking of somebody else. Anyway, I am blabbing. So yeah, that's all I have for this update today. I am definitely gonna record what I'm listening to this week. It might go up on Sunday, unless I get the energy to record it tomorrow. This week has been really chaotic with a lot of things outside of the YouTube land. So thank you again for all the support. Really appreciate it. And if you're not already following me on Instagram, go ahead and do that. Facebook, I don't use it that often. I need to play around with it more. The Facebook pages, like the way it runs is not very fun. Like, I don't know, Facebook just, you can't do anything right. Okay. Happy Friday. Enjoy the weekend. See you guys later.